Hello, everyone, and welcome to the VGM Lounge. I'm your host, Derek Jones, and like always, I'm not alone. I've got someone else here with me. You know who it is.
Derek, I can't. Where are you? I can't find you.
I'm here,
Hi.
through the TV.
Oh, hello there. let me break through the underbrush here. Ah, there we go. Ah, finally. I got lost.
Oh yeah. Why'd you get lost today? Today, my good host Matt.
Well, Derek, are you blind? We're in a forest.
You're right. This is the Forest of Mystery from Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds. So this episode, Matt, this episode's dedicated to forests, jungles, woods, basically any place with trees.
A singular tree.
One lone tree stands among the flames. So that was, as I said, that was Legend of Zelda. That was the Link Between Worlds version of the Forest of Mystery. That song is remixed from Link to the Past's Forest of Mystery.
Hmm.
I like that. So Matt, what does forest music sound like?
Well, Derek, forest music can have a wide range because it all depends on the setting that you're in, the atmosphere, or I guess the time of day, really.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could have a horror game, and the forest music can be eerie and leave you on edge, or it could be peaceful or very upbringing. I mean, even depending on like a season.
Yeah, that's true. And I found the instruments where bosses had a lot of guitar and it had a lot of drums. I found forest often has woodwinds.
Oh yeah.
It's got woodwinds.
Yeah.
It's usually kind of airy. Sometimes it's more
Well,
eerie and
Derek,
mysterious.
did you know that the forest has wood and wind?
That's true. That's probably the reason that it sounds like that. But yeah, I've found that forest tracks can they're usually either spooky and eerie, or they're more like they usually have an air of mystery sometimes to them,
Mm-hmm.
or they're kind of just, I don't want to say peaceful, but it's more just like lighthearted.
True. Derek, it is your turn to start this episode. So, what forest are you going to be leading us in?
I'm gonna start it out kind of light, kind of nice. I'm gonna play a song from Pikmin. Forest of Hope is the name of the song.
That's on my list.
Ha
Well, cross that one off.
ha! Oh man, the very first song I picked was on your list?
Yeah.
That is amazing. That is surprising.
Yeah, that's
Apparently,
the first time.
I mean, hey, it's a good song.
Yeah.
So, we'll get to it, and then we'll talk about it. This is Pikmin, Forest of Hope, by Hajime Wakai. So Pikmin, Forest of Hope.
That was a good one. It's nice and tranquil.
Yeah.
But I'll say my favorite part is definitely when those little bongo drums kind of kick in.
Oh yeah, yeah. I really like the. I like how it uses like a wood block as an instrument.
Oh yeah, I mean, any sort of like wood-based instrument is always a good choice for any sort of forest theme. So I mean, any woodwind, wood block percussion.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, shit. I mean, even xylophones at that point, because I mean, not all xylophones are technically metal.
that's true. Yeah, I like just the kind of peaceful nature of the song. It's nice sounding.
Little dingles
Little
there.
dingle
Little
flourishes. I like this. So Pikmin, for those who haven't played it, you basically crash land on this planet, and you're this little guy named Captain Olimar. He's got a ship. His ship breaks into a bunch of pieces, and he's trying to fix it to get home. But basically, everything in this world is huge compared to him, who is a person kind of thing, I guess. And he finds these little guys, and they're called Pikmin, and they're basically little flower people who are very small. And he kind of orders them around and helps them, build bridges, find his ship parts, and this is the music for the forest area, and I like it. I like these little bongos here.
Yeah, I told you, it's little bongos.
It's nice.
It's a very good pairing to have with the little twinkles.
Yeah, little bongos, little twinkos, little kind of strings in the background are nice.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing I've noticed about some forest themes is the percussion line. So from like the drums and stuff, it's typically going to sound kind of similar to these drums typically.
Yeah.
No, not all the time, but I mean it's going to have like a nice little.
Yeah, nice little airy tone. All right, Matt. So, what's your next track? Since I stole one of yours.
Yeah, you did, you little swiper.
Who knows? Maybe you'll steal one of mine.
All right. So my next song for us, Derek, is it's still in the nice tranquil theme. I'm bringing us it's a callback to Dark Cloud 2, and it's actually I think it's the second basically dungeon area.
Yes, the Rainbow Butterfly Woods.
You are correct. There's the Rainbow Butterfly Woods, and I mean this track is very tranquil, and it's for me it's a song that I like to like. I have playing in the house, while I'm just doing stuff around it, whether it be chores or drawing or what have you.
I like the sound of this song.
It's very nice. So the composer is Tomohito Nishiura, and this is the Rainbow Butterfly Woods. A very short loop on that tune, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's very pleasant to hear it.
yeah, it's pleasant. It's peaceful. It's tranquil. I like the harp in that. That's like harp, strings, and I don't know what to call that. The long like xylophone notes, or not xylophone, cello notes.
Yeah,
Let's play.
yeah,
that
it's
through.
definitely a cello. It's like the cello and the flute.
And this is kind of just like little harp plucks.
Yeah, that's the harp. That's not the cello.
Yeah, no, the cello's the long notes that come in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, harp, flute, and cello.
And this is like, yeah, this
Yeah,
is the
I
whole
don't even
thing.
think there's any like drums in it.
No, but it's a nice you know, very peaceful, very tranquil. But it does have the little air of mystery to it, just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that comes in with the long notes right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it kind of has this feeling like the cello. You kind of don't know which direction the notes are gonna go, if they're up or down. I think that kind of makes you not like anxious, but like you don't know what's gonna happen, kind of feeling.
Yeah. I will say, like, whenever I'm playing through a level in that dungeon, because it'll play this song until you come across an enemy.
Yeah, it's basically your
So
one
I
run
always
music.
can't wait to clear the floor of monsters. That way, I just get to listen to that song while I'm like, okay, now let me go get these treasure chests that I missed. Doop, 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 doop.
Yeah, let's play. Let's go back and play some Speed in this area.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite place to play Sphere.
I actually have a Dark Cloud 1 song on here.
Ah, the Owl Forest.
The Wise Owl Forest, yes.
Yes.
So I think I'll play that next. Also, it's by Tomohito Nishiura. This is Dark Cloud 1, Wise Owl Forest, which ironically enough is also the Chapter 2 dungeon.
Yeah, it is.
So that's Dark Cloud 1's forest theme.
Very nice. I'm glad we actually got to listen to both of them in this episode. It makes me laugh because like Dark Cloud 2 is just like, oh, it's the Rainbow Butterfly Wood, and lo and behold, you see what happens at the end of that dungeon.
Yeah.
But Wise Owl Forest, man, are you surprised by that one?
You're not wrong.
You're like, oh man, am I going to fight like a big a big owl? No, you're gonna fight this monkey who eats fruits and spits seeds at you.
It's Master Utan, who later comes back in Dark Cloud 2 to be really chill.
He's super chill in Dark Cloud 2. Way better.
I really like the sound of the song. I like the rhythm it follows, and I like the I don't know what to call it, the like zipper noise. I don't know how to describe that little noise.
It's kind of like similar to like the washboard kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's the. I like the little mystery it comes in after it repeats this phrase like 5 times. It comes into this part, and this is where definitely that mystery element I was talking about comes in. I like the sound and general rhythm to this theme.
Yeah, both games have a very good forest theme.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm very content with both themes. Because this forest is also where you encounter your first like cinematic fight. Am I correct in that?
Yeah. Well, no, there's actually quite a few throughout the game. This is just one of the longer ones where you fight the legendary Killer Snake, who appears later in Dark Cloud 2.
It's true, as like not as tough as that as the first one.
No. But Dark Cloud 1 and 2 are both really fun games. We kind of glossed over 2 because I had this one from 1 mentioned. I will say Dark Cloud 2 pretty much polished everything about number 1. That's not to say Dark Cloud 1's bad, it's just 2...
There's some rough patches with it a little bit, but I mean, as to be expected with, like, you know, the first run of a game that'll eventually be a series.
Yeah. Now, basically, both of these games, you travel through dungeons, you get little building blocks, and you rebuild towns, or you rebuild whole, civilizations. And it's really fun. You upgrade your weapons, they evolve into new weapons. One thing I really like about Dark Cloud 1, actually, is there's a huge different cast of characters, and each has their own weapon specialization. Whereas 2, you just have 2 different people, and each of them wield 2 weapons each.
Yeah.
Dark Cloud 2 is probably one of my favorite games, actually.
I will say the synthesis system for Dark Cloud 2 is
really fun.
Really fun. A whole lot of fun with that one.
Yeah. Not so much fun in 1. There's a lot of a headache in Dark Cloud 1's upgrade system, but hey. With that one, it's pretty much like once you have like the stuff to do it, you're like, okay, let me save real quick because I might mess this up. Yeah. Or you can be, looking for one item to upgrade for a really long time, and it's just a headache.
Yeah.
Now,
man, I hope I find that one thing that I need. No, okay then.
All I need is some Plant Buster.
Well.
But yeah, I heavily recommend people check out Dark Cloud 2. And 1. 1 is a great game, but I definitely I'm under the opinion that 2 pretty much improved upon everything. Where that's not often the case on sequels. Sometimes you're like, man, I really like the charm of the first one. I genuinely think Dark Cloud 2 just improved everything on 1. Having played through 1 fairly recently, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I really like how there's a bunch of different characters. And they're all unique, and they all have their own unique ability. All right, Matt. So what forest are you taking us to next?
All right. Well, I'm sitting here thinking. I mean, we just got through 2 Dark Clouds. I want to change. You know what? I'm going to change it up a little bit, and I'm going to give us. All right, Eric. So my next forest theme actually comes from a game that we both know very well. It's Mega Man X4, Web Spider.
Oh, you did that on purpose, didn't you?
I did what on purpose?
Well, Matt, you have picked a song that I also have on my list.
Ha ha!
See, I consider that cheating because you knew I was going to play this one, whereas I had no idea you were going to play the Pikmin track.
Well, there we go. Now we're both even.
We are even. You know, I'm not mad. That means I get to play some of my backups, and I like my backups.
There you go. See, we're opening up options for each other.
So yeah, this is a really good song. Mega Man games, of course. Me and Matt talked to at length about this over whether the music you hear is the boss's theme or if it's the stage theme. And we came to the conclusion that, well, the themes are all named after the boss you fight. They're interestingly enough not the music that plays during the boss fight. So they're really
Nope.
more about the stage theme.
Yeah, I mean, all the bosses are going to have like the same battle music, but it's their stage that really, well, sets the stage.
Yes. And Web Spider's stage is, a huge jungle, basically.
Hmm.
And
Huge jungle with like a secret like laser thing hidden in it.
it's got some waterfalls too. Really beautiful.
Oh yeah, dangerous little robot snakes that'll drop out of anywhere.
Yeah, as you do in Mega Man games.
So anyway, let's go ahead and get right into this, and you'll see the difference in pacing between our the previous selections that we've just had. So this is Mega Man X4 Web Spider Stage by Toshihiko Horiyama.
Oh man, Web Spider is such a good one.
Web Spider is, I mean, for like a first stage boss, it was like, oh my god, I just love the whole like the driving rhythm behind the whole song.
Yeah, I really like this starting woodwinds right here, little whistle sound kind of. I really
Yeah.
like the instrument of choice. And then I think
That
the
that
second,
really sets the tone for Forest.
yeah, and this rhythm that comes up in a little bit really, I think that captures that kind of lost feeling. This part right here, that's like that
Yeah,
kind of
'cause it's
conveys
lost.
that like lost, kind of anxious feeling.
Yeah, as on and on top of that, whenever that kicks in, it also helps portray the threats that are coming at you as well as you're trying to find your way through this jungle to get to the enemy to stop.
Yeah, and I'm sure many of our viewers have played a Mega Man game, or at least seen them. You basically explored these giant stages, and the end goal is really the stage isn't what matters. It's getting through it with as much health remaining so you can fight the boss.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
because you want to get through these stages so you can take down that robot and learn a new power. But
yeah, that's it. I mean, it's I have created a master robot.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Gotta get through the stage, you gotta get the robot, you gotta get that new power, and then maybe explore some other stages.
Yep.
But
Use
I really like
your newfound power to help you
explore.
acquire power-ups and explore stages like you never have before.
Yeah, and then you come back to this stage once you have the firepower, and whoa, now you can burn some of the trees and find some hidden items.
Yeah.
But I really like this. I really like this song. This is definitely one I had picked out, and I enjoy it. I love just the I love just the main rhythm. I don't know if it's kind of like a very slight whistle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one. I can jam to this one all day.
Yep. Yeah, I think the only other one, and obviously people will look out for this one in the future. My favorite one to listen to,
Magma Dragoon,
is Magma Dragoon, and that song is like 5 minutes long.
It's an intense one, yeah. It's got a lot of layers to that song.
And when you're listening to it, it sounds like it's an hour.
Yeah, it's a journey. Look out for our Mountain and Volcano episode, because I'm sure that you're going to play that on that one.
Yeah, we'll find out. It's possible. Who knows?
We'll see.
I'm not gonna give it away just yet.
I can't give it away just yet. So Matt, you kind of changed the rhythm from peaceful to more high energy anxiety. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna even take it farther past there.
Oh, what?
So I'm gonna continue in the vein where you were going and going the amped, more anxiety, high energy sort of jungle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play you a song from a Sonic game.
Oh.
This is from Sonic Adventure 2. There are two jungles. There's White Forest and Green Forest.
Hold on. I'm going to guess. Green.
It is Green Forest.
Yes.
Yes. The name of the song, if that helps you convey what I'm trying to say with this has a more amped rhythm, it's Won't Stop, Just Go, with an exclamation point.
Won't Stop, Just Go.
Yes. Now, this game actually has about 5 different composers. However, this particular song is done by Jun Senoue. Now, I want to preface this by saying the reason this song is so high energy is basically you find out the island you're on is about to explode, and you have to hurry up and escape this forest, and I think you have 7 minutes. So you're, timed. And now the timer is not tight. You can beat this mission in about 3 minutes. But just the nature of the song and seeing a timer makes you really just want to rush.
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, it's a Sonic game.
So yeah, gotta go fast.
As soon as they slap a timer on the screen on a Sonic game, you're just like, well.
And the way the stage starts is starts you falling down and goes straight into a runway. And this music hits you, and you see the timer, and you're like, oh god, I gotta go. Which is why the name is Won't Stop, Just Go.
Won't Stop, Just Go.
From Sonic Adventure 2, Green Forest, Won't Stop, Just Go by Jun Senoue.
Hey, Derek.
Yes.
I just gotta go.
You just gotta. You see what I mean? That like that song makes you like need to run. You gotta.
Yeah, I mean, well, of course, because I mean, it's like again, it's Sonic game with a song like that and the timer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're definitely gonna be like, ooh, I gotta move like super fast. Let's
Yeah.
go, and then yeah, that's where you're gonna mess yourself up.
I like how it like it hits you all at once with that guitar. Like
Hmm.
as pretty much as soon as the song starts. You get like this like drum going,
Yeah,
and
you're
this
just like,
guitar
okay,
comes out, and it's like.
and then yeah, and then you're just like, oh God,
Like straight out of the gates with this
let's get it
guitar.
on.
And I like when the guitar drops for a bit and it's the drummer just like banging away on the cymbals like at a pretty quick rhythm. It really conveys that just you just gotta get there feeling.
Oh, definitely. I mean, this is shoot. This is like a song I would expect in like um, hell, what game was I just thinking of? I don't know, like shit, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Right? This reminds me a lot of the
It's got a nice little grungy kind of feeling to
yeah,
it.
it does. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the in the dungeon episode you played the miner rescue song.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me a lot of that. How it's got that like you gotta go feeling.
Oh yeah. You got to push yourself and get on to the next area.
Yeah.
Get to where you need to go.
And this goes to show you that we played a lot of peaceful sounding forests, and this is the kind of forest where it's like you are deep in this forest. You gotta escape this place as quick as you can.
Mm-hmm.
But I like this little change up. It definitely shows that forest themes they're not all the same. They definitely have a lot going on with them.
Oh man, yeah, oh god, this is just a
It's a good
nice. It's a really good song. It's definitely it gets me, as you said, it gets me going.
I was like, this is a song to put on your iPad when you're at the gym on the treadmill. Definitely.
Oh my god, are you kidding? I can't play this on the treadmill. I try to jack that thing all the way up. And you're like, yeah, I can take this.
So you putting that thing to 11, you're gonna die.
Ah!
This is when you go. This is a song that you play when you're out running around your neighborhood, and then you're like, people are just like, "Why is that guy doing full sprints? Like, where is he trying to get to? Is his house on fire? Like, he's got to get there."
Is everything okay? Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Fine, just got a really intense song. I just gotta go. Won't stop. Just go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So, so Matt, now that we've had our evening run, what song you got for us next?
All right. So I'm sticking with tradition, Derek.
Okay.
Uh, so you know me by this point. We're what, 7 episodes in?
I think so. Yeah.
7 episodes in. Well, I'll always have one of 3 game, a song from one of 3 game.
Well, you do favor the Pokemon, but you also favor the Okami.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Castlevania, too.
You're correct.
And now all 3 of these games have good forest themes, so it could really be any of those series and any game in those series.
Specifically, Castlevania Curse of Darkness on the PS2.
Interesting.
Yeah, I pulled a wild card one on you.
I'm not very familiar with this one. Out of all the Castlevania games, I think this is probably the one I know least about, so I'm interested to hear what song you picked.
So the name of the song is Forest of Yggdramunt. Yggdramunt or Jigramont. I pronounced it the Norse way. So here we go. This is Castlevania Curse of Darkness, Forest of Yggdramunt, composed by Michiru Yamane. So there you go. That was the Forest of Yggdrasil,
I really enjoyed that.
right? It keeps with the like when you hear it, it definitely sounds like a Castlevania.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, I really like because at the beginning it has a very different rhythm to where it does in the middle of the song. And the beginning I was
Hmm.
like, okay, all right, this is all right. And then once that
Yeah,
middle
and
part hit
then
in, I was getting really into it.
oh yeah, it definitely hooks you right there with that middle. For like we said in the beginning of the episode, this song really keeps the mystery. It has a slight eeriness to it because it's a Castlevania game, but definitely heavy in the mystery feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, because it starts out with just this kind of little like basic rhythm, kind of you're walking around, you're looking for things, and then this mystery kind of starts popping in. Yeah, it's definitely very Castlevania sounding.
Oh yeah. And yeah, I mean the game itself is pretty neat. I mean it's like what I think one of two Castlevania games that came out on the PS2. Like the other one was I believe Lament of Innocence.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the PS2 Castlevanias are ones I'm not super familiar with. I will say I played a lot of the PS1 ones and the handheld Castlevanias I played a lot of.
Yeah. I will say like some of them, especially in Lament of Innocence, like they have some graphical issues, but I mean
Well, they were
it's to be
trying
expected because
they were trying
it was
3D for
early.
the
They were
first
trying.
time.
Oh yeah. Well, no, not the first time.
First-ish time.
Because remember, there was Castlevania 64.
We don't talk about that one. But yeah,
um,
yeah, they were kind of first dipping their feet into the 3D Castlevania.
hmm Yeah, and keeping with the common theme, when it started from Symphony of the Night, there is technically kind of like a leveling up system in this where you regain your powers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in this game, you actually don't play as a Belmont. You actually play as a former um, underling of Dracula by the name of Hector,
Yes. Yes.
who was,
He's
I think,
a demon forge master, right?
yeah, he's a demon forge master. And at one point, it actually this game technically takes place about 3 years after Castlevania 3, so after Trevor kills Dracula.
Yeah, the story
And
in this one is really good.
oh, it's definitely really good, and I was really excited when in the Netflix Castlevania adaptation they included Hector and his one-time partner Isaac
Yeah.
under
Yeah.
under Dracula's supervision.
Yeah, I was really happy to see both of them in there.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting game. The demon forging thing takes some getting used to, but
It's an interesting take on what Castlevania normally is. It was I
it
think it was
is.
one of the first games where you really had a different character.
Yeah, because I mean, up until now, I mean, you've always been like
You
a Belmont member.
or someone with a whip,
Yeah,
or very similar. I think this is one of the. It might not be the first one in the series, but it's definitely one of the first that really just changed the rhythm on what Castlevania was. It's still the same style game, but with a different cast and a really different story, and I really like it.
oh yeah. I mean, I'll definitely recommend this one to anybody, just because of just the difference in character choice for this.
Yeah. See, Matt, I'm at an impasse of what to play next. Should I play the exciting one, or should I play the surprising and different one?
Go with the surprising and different one.
So you played a song that was very ambient, mysterious, and atmospheric, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play something we haven't really heard much of. We've done a lot of RPGs,
Okay.
we've done a lot of adventure, we've done a lot of side-scrolling, even some fighting games. But you know, what we haven't really
Yeah.
heard much of
What?
driving games, racing specifically.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. We have not touched much on the racing games.
Now, when this jungle episode came to mind, I was kind of going through my database of old memories, and one popped up in
Hmm.
particular. Now, this is totally a jungle song. It's going to be very different from what we've heard, but it is basically going to sound exactly like a jungle. I'm going to play for you a song from Cruisin' World for the N64/arcade. This is the Hawaii theme.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is composed by Vince Pontarelli, and this game originally came out for the arcade and was later ported for the N64. Now, basically, this is a racing game. You race, cruising throughout the world, as the game's title would suggest, and
Yeah.
each kind of country you go through has a different song, and the song for Hawaii is, all jungle based. So you'll hear like animal noises, and it basically just sounds like a jungle.
All right. Well, I'm interested in hearing this one. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Well, I feel like I just went on a safari ride there.
Right? I have very distinct memories of playing this game as a kid, and when I was thinking of jungle, I was like, wasn't there that one song? And sure enough, I went to go look it up, and I was like, it's called Jungle Bump. This will work perfectly. I
Like,
love how this.
I like how there's music in it, and like I feel like it was just like all right, yeah, cool, the jungle theme for the racing game. Let's here's like, hey man, here's what do you think about this tune? It's just like, well, that's okay, but what if you had animal noises?
What if he had
Just
like
starts slapping animal noises in
like
there.
throwing that owl, throwing that monkey. What makes me laugh the most is it's Hawaii, right? So it totally makes sense for
Yeah,
Hawaii. Why is there
yeah.
an elephant in there?
Why is there an elephant? I mean, like I guess owls. Like I mean, I'm pretty sure Hawaii has owls, but it still
It probably has
like
owls.
throws me off.
It probably has monkeys, and it probably has like frogs. But why is there an elephant? That's the one that
Because
gets me.
it's the jungle.
Yeah, it's a jungle.
Don't you know,
But I love like
Jared,
this,
that elephants originated in Hawaii?
right? I love the little hoo hoo owl, the double hoot.
Like I said, like all they had was like they had their Casio keyboard set up with just animal noises, and they're just like, keeping the beat with the frogs.
And then this little monkey noise. Or the pet,
That's
that's not the monkey, that's not the monkey.
Like
The
a
monkey's
bird.
earlier. That's the bird. This is the monkey I'm at.
There it is.
Yeah. I love when it gets that that drop right there, that wow.
Oh my god. They got the whammy on the guitar. Wow.
That elephant gets me every time.
The elephant is where it starts over.
Yeah. I love it. But the actual main rhythm to the song is actually pretty good right here. Man, I wanted to. This song just popped in my mind when we were thinking of tracks for this episode, and I was like, man, this is gonna be a real left fielder.
See, like I said, they're just like, all right, animal noises are gonna be what we use in place of music notes.
It's perfect though. I mean, the song is it's so and I have such distinct memories of playing this game on the N64, and I remember the song so well.
I can see it now. Just sunglasses on, convertible car, driving down a road in Hawaii, and then this is just playing. Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, of course.
No one's gonna look at you weird at all.
Oh man. I thought you would enjoy that one.
I did. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I hope everyone else listening. I hope they were surprised by that one, because that one was probably the most left field I could have gone.
All right. So I'm gonna hit you up with one that you probably didn't see coming.
Okay, I'm excited, because you certainly didn't see that one coming.
No, I didn't. So technically, this one is a swamp, but it is also a forest at the same time. But it's not your typical forest. These aren't trees. They're mushrooms. I'm talking about World of Warcraft, and this is Zangarmarsh.
I'm excited. World of Warcraft has tons of different jungles, tons of different themes you could pick for this
Tons
one.
of different ones.
And all of them
But
are
this
nice
this
and
one's a
tranquil and
good throwback. This is from vanilla WoW. But there's something about the Zangarmarsh that I enjoyed a little bit more. And it could be the fact that it's a big mushroom forest.
We all sprouted out of the mushroom forest, of course.
Of course. So I'm going to go ahead and let you listen in on this one. So this is Zangarmarsh from World of Warcraft, composed by Matt Oleman.
Talk about atmospheric.
Very atmospheric, and I mean, with a MMO, you're gonna have to be
Yeah.
because you're gonna be in areas like this for who knows how long,
Oh yeah, probably hours upon hours.
hours upon hours. Doing one quest or many different side quests, or I mean, you could be there for
You can be there for
multiple different
days or
reasons.
weeks, even if it's a long area.
Hmm.
I really like the gentle bongos or drums to this song.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is again, like I've said in like previous episodes, like I would definitely borrow this and have this play in like a D&D or a Pathfinder game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is a great song to just kind of play in the background. It's not one of those like iconic driving melodies. Like it's not gonna be something you're humming while you're driving through the car, but it's definitely really
Oh,
good
no.
to like set the mood.
Definitely, it's a good just chill ambient song to have. I'd say it's on the calming methods of, or the calming level of whenever I just decide to put like the anime Mushishi on.
Yeah,
I don't even need to watch it. I just need to I just have it play and I can only listen to it the entire time, and it's just like it's just good ambience,
yeah.
like the sound of it and everything.
I love how there's like I want to say it's kind of like a sitar almost.
Hmm.
Just the very like the little touches that just like add some like life to the marsh. Like you don't feel like you're alone. Like you
Yes.
feel like there's life going on around you.
And I mean, and one cool thing about the life is, I mean, I mean, it's kind of like a dim area, or like at least at night, like when it starts to go dark. I mean, you don't lose any light levels because of the mushrooms.
Yeah, the giant glowing mushrooms that are basically
Yeah,
as large as
it
trees.
has that the bioluminescence. I mean, and that even carries into some of like the creatures that are native to that area because they use those mushrooms as like a food source.
Yeah,
And I mean, eventually, I mean, you'll have some creatures that actually have like like a fungus or like a mushroom kind of like growing off of them, so like they give off that phosphorescent bioluminescent light
yeah.
for just like an adaptation. So I mean, it's this music is not just like it fits not only the atmospheric realms of for
It fits the fauna too.
it fits the fauna, it fits everything that lives there. So it's not just you hearing it, you're also seeing it.
Yeah, yeah. I really like it. It's a really good one. So you played a nice little atmospheric kind of song. I'm gonna kind of carry that rhythm in, and I'm gonna play a song from Donkey Kong Country 2.
Oh,
Now I'm gonna play one that is this is on a lot of people's top video game lists. Oftentimes when you hear some of the best video game music, you'll hear this song mentioned. This is the Stage Bramble Blast, and the song is also known as Sticker Brush Symphony.
oh, okay.
This is from Donkey Kong Country 2, composed by David Wise.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's a really good song. Shout out to my brother Brandon who requested the song. It's one of his favorites, and I mentioned that we were going to the jungle, and he said you should play that one, and it's definitely a favorite of mine too. And yeah, it's a really good song.
Yeah, I'll admit you can't have like a forest jungle theme without thinking about Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
If you do forget to mention Donkey Kong in a jungle, like who are you?
Right. Yeah, I really like just the tranquil but mysterious rhythm the song has.
Hmm.
This is definitely one I would. I'm a person who can't fall asleep to music, but if I was, this would definitely be on one of the songs I would like falling asleep to.
I'll agree to that. I can definitely, see this as a song, to get you relaxed.
Yeah. This is definitely one I could listen to with headphones in just a dark room and just close my eyes to and just enjoy it. I really like the rhythm to the song.
I like how there's in this little tone, there's like that like it stops, and there's like that one.
Little
there's like the
little kazoo kind of
the
pops
callback.
out.
The little the second there's like a second one that is just like a little
like
bit farther away.
A little call and response kind of thing going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how, and it's like a higher rhythm, almost like a kazoo sounding instrument.
Mm.
I really like it. And then the drums too, they're not like heavy, they're just like chill. And there's so many different like instruments that like, it's like one rhythm, but like different instruments pop in for their turn. I love this one. It's a really good song.
I'm getting still behind on this one. It's really good.
Yeah. There's a now this is a song I've been aware of for a really long time. There's a lot of people who like if you ever look up top 100 video game tracks of all time, those kind of lists. You could pick any list, and this song will probably be top 20 on almost all of them. You'll find. And it's a good song. I can see why many people just put it on rate it so highly.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely say there's been a lot of songs that you've played just throughout the episodes that some of them are ones that I remember hearing because of you, but they're it's the few that I don't remember, and a couple of these hidden gems that you've been throwing out that I'm just like, well, I gotta add that one to my list.
Oh yeah. There's so many good video game music, and David Wise composes this song just beautifully.
Yeah.
One of the few he's one of the few more English composers that we've had.
Yeah.
Not that that's a bad thing, but many of the games that you and me play are Japanese composed, and this is one of the few ones that aren't. And it goes to show that David Wise definitely competes with the rest of them. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. All right. Well, I believe it's not really so much of a direct follow up, but I can follow you up because you think of Donkey Kong, you also got to think of the boy in red, Mario.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I picked my next song, and it's actually from Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door.
Hey, this is one that I was considering. If it's one I'm thinking
of. Is it Boggly Woods?
It's not on my list, but it's on my reserves. So you've taken another from me.
Ha ha ha.
This is a good one.
I got to thinking about it, and I'm just like, I'm pretty sure I can find like a good forest theme in Mario, and
there's tons I could have chosen from Mario.
Oh yeah, but like my mind was not thinking about Paper Mario, at all. So then when I saw it, and I was just like, oh well, crap, that's right, Paper Mario is a game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I mean Mario, the Mario series in general. You could make the entire episode just songs from just good forest songs from Mario, but obviously we don't want to do that. Got to spread the
No,
genres as much as we can.
as much as we can. Even though I keep playing songs from like Okami, Castlevania, and Pokemon.
Hey, there's nothing wrong
But
with that. They're good
I
songs.
digress. So this is Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door, Boggly Woods, and there's actually two composers that have worked on the game. So they are Yoshito Hirano and Yuka Sugiyoko.
That's a good one.
Yay, the Boggly Woods. I like this one really does capture that like your first time stepping into the wood. Like you think back when you were a kid and you're like you're playing, and then just like if your house is basically like right there at the woods or like a small patch of trees or something like that, and you step into that, and it's just like it's the song that I kind of picture as a kid, just like looking into the forest for the first time. You're just like you know birds going by a little bit, maybe some leaves falling. It could be around that time of the year, but it's like you have like this grand view of just like wow, like what's in here,
Yeah, yeah.
like what can I find.
This definitely conveys that mystery to the forest, and it's got those little chimes, little bells almost,
Hmm.
and I like the little twinkle, like the kind of rain dripping noise. It's the dew on the leaves noise, as I can best describe it.
Yeah, I can see that. Or like after like a nice rain, and you
Yeah,
just have like the water that kind of like just drips down. That's just dripping down from the trees from like the gentle wind that's like following behind.
yeah, yeah. And Thousand Year Door is a really, really great game. It's really fun, really funny, well written, interesting, dark, just all around great Mario based RPG. I can speak very highly of this game.
Oh yeah, I mean, like even the first Paper Mario.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, it's they wanted to do something different, and they succeeded. I mean, it's Paper Mario is like I'll toss out that title to anybody.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's a really enjoyable game, and this song, as you said, it's really just that feeling of mystery of, oh, what's in this forest.
Yeah, like what neat things can I find? You know, like
What neat monsters are gonna be in here? What creatures am I gonna find?
Yeah.
I love just the ambiance of the forest. So Matt, we've been kind of doing the opposite of the Follow Me game this episode, where we kind of change the rhythm on each other.
Yep.
So you went tranquil, and I'm now going to go pumped. I'm gonna go to a very exciting and intense track. This is one that I really, really enjoy, and I almost didn't even think about it until I was kind of just scrolling through my playlist. And at first, this one didn't come to my mind, but I was just kind of listening to some songs, and I was like, oh my god, it has forest in the name. How could I not even think about this? I'm gonna play a song from Castle Crashers.
The Thieves' Forest?
The Thieves' Forest, yes.
Yes.
Did you have this one, or did you just know about this one?
Oh, I just knew about this one.
Yes, this is Castle
But
Crashers.
I didn't write it down.
Castle Crashers, The Thieves' Forest, done by Christian Krogsvold, who is also known as Waterflame, which is probably the coolest name for a composer, I gotta say. So that was Castle Crashers. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved Castle Crashers when that game first came out. I remember.
Oh man. Yeah, we had to spend the night over at our friend Reed's house, and we played this game for I think like 15 hours straight.
I feel like we did because
we started at like 6 p.m. and I don't think we stopped playing until the next day around like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
We absolutely no-lifed that game.
Yeah, pretty much. And I will say best companion is Rami.
I love Remy. I love the music to this game. I think that's honestly like because in our friend group, you and me in particular, I was always into like heavily into playing video game music, just whenever we would hang out and stuff. And I remember when we went over to our friend's house and we all kind of started playing this game together. I was like, this music is really good. Like I was like, I gotta point this out to everyone. And then I remember because this is like one of the first songs you hear, and I was like, I am into this game's soundtrack.
Yeah, I want to say this is like maybe like the second, third stage of the game. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played it.
It's really.
But
early.
I know they've. I know they've just recently re-released the game on the Switch. So I'm just like, well, I'll just keep adding to my my wish list for games for the Switch.
The Switch has so many good games. It's absurd.
It's ridiculous. It's blowing up. It's like the Game Boy Advance all over again.
It really is. I love this little thing it does with this like crazy ladder formation, and then this rhythm is just so good. This is a good one. It's such a fun track.
It is.
It's got that kind of like air of mystery to it that like a lot of these jungle themes have, but it's more of like a pumped, exciting mystery kind of feeling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I love how jungle themes, almost all of these ones we've played, have had that like mystery, but you want to like you're exploring this weird place. And I think that's really like what forest themes are they sound like. They just sound like makes you want to explore this new interesting land and what you're gonna find in this weird forest.
Yeah.
I like the bouncy nature of this track. Makes you want to bob to it.
Which is basically like how everybody runs in that game. It's just like
Yeah. I think they definitely designed the audio with the visuals in mind. Oh man, it's such a fun one. I really like this track. I had a full track list, but this is one that I thought up only a few days ago before we started this episode, and I was like, man, I gotta kick some songs out for this one because this has to be played today.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm glad you picked that one up.
Yeah, that was one that as soon as I heard it, I'm like, make room for the rest of my playlist because this has to be on there. And that being said, I definitely want to point out that the order we play our songs in, they're definitely not like worst to best or best to worst. Oftentimes my favorite songs are in the middle. That's just because we do like to do the follow me game and play songs that follow each other. And this is probably one of my favorites of my set list.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely don't like save the best for last or play my favorite one first. There's no rhyme or reason to my favorite order per episode I do.
Which is, I think, the way that it needs.
Yeah, I mean, all the songs are good in every episode, I feel, but there's usually always one or two that I'm like, man, this is...
Yeah, so, alright, I'm going to move on to the next one.
I'm excited.
Right.
What do we got?
So, it's going to be Pokemon.
Okay, there's plenty of games in that series, so which gemstone or color are we going to?
The one I picked was from Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. I picked that game again.
Oh man, is it because I have no idea what these songs sound like?
Correct.
I'm excited to hear it because all the other Mystery Dungeon songs have been real good.
Real good, haven't they?
That Sky Tower is it's still on my like top 10 of the year, so we'll see if it ever gets dethroned.
Sky Tower's good. Sky Tower's real good.
Sky Tower is definitely on the top my top 10 already. So we'll hear what this next one you've got for me is.
Yeah. All right. So I'll go ahead and get let's go ahead and get right into it then. So this is Lush Forest from Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon by Kisuke Ito. So there you go. That was the Lush Forest from Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon.
I really like that rhythm.
Cool,
Yeah,
thank
I really like the woodwinds in the song.
The woodwinds are heavy in this, and equally so strings.
Yeah, strings and woodwinds. Granted, the forest has a really wide range of. We've heard racing songs, we've heard the Sonic really pumped songs, but if we took a sample of 10,000 games, I would say the vast majority of them focuses on those woodwinds and strings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that really just conveys the sound of a forest. Is the mysterious woodwind flute noise almost. I really like it. I really like the way forests sound.
Oh yeah, and with this song, actually, you hear it actually pretty early in the game because I think it's the second part to the tutorial of the game.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's an early song for the game, and I've really enjoyed all of the music from Super Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah, I mean, all the Mystery Dungeon songs you've played for me, that I've really liked them a lot, and this one's no different. I really like the rhythm to this, and I love the cello in the song too. I really like it. Yeah,
for a forest dungeon crawl, this one's really good. It fits the bill.
It sounds a lot like if Rainbow Butterfly Woods was more intense.
Yeah,
because they've both got very similar sounds, and like I was saying, if you take a huge sample of 10,000 jungle themes, they'll all have that kind of same noise, which I really like. I really like that. Just the way I like the way this conveys the forest. How it's they turn it into a more exciting dungeon.
Yeah,
but it still has that that I want to explore this place feeling. That's a good one. I like that. I like that woodwind a lot. So Matt, I enjoyed Lush Forest. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon is a game we've heard from before. I'm gonna follow that up with another song from a game we've heard from before. We've heard from this game on our town episode. This is Chrono Cross.
Oh, cool.
Did by Yasunori Mitsuda. I'm gonna play you. There's basically 3 different jungle-esque places I could have chosen from this game, and all of them are really good actually. But the one I decided to go with is the music for Gaia's Navel, which is a giant, basically jungle island that you go to pretty late in the game.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get right into it then.
All right. So this is Chrono Cross, Gaia's Navel by Yasunori Mitsuda.
was pretty good. It definitely had the more of the jungle feel rather than your typical forest.
Yeah, yeah. I I like how like as you said, it's more of like it feels like a jungle, like a not just like a small little side forest. It feels like a whole like basically a whole like expansive, huge, massive jungle that you're exploring. I like the little like background bass noise in there.
Yeah, I actually enjoy the xylophone keys.
Yeah, yeah. The instrumentation in the song is really good, and little woodwind whistling in there.
Yeah, I'll just say percussion is definitely the star in this one for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I love how it's got a few different sections of it. Like this part right here is really like kind of that lost feeling, and this part is more of like kind of like an adventure feeling to it, I think.
Yeah, I can see that.
In game, I absolutely hate this place. It's probably my least favorite place in the game, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember my the last time we played through this game when you were watching, but basically you have to run through this area, and it's a huge circle, and it has these enemies that usually go first, and the first thing they do, and they encounter in packs of 3 of them, is they confuse one of your party members, and it has a really long animation.
The tribal people.
Yeah, where they dance in the circle, and you're just sitting there watching it, usually 3 times in a row, and you're just like, oh my god. And then it berserks or confuses one of your party members, and then they're not being helpful, and you're just like, I hate this place. But I love the song here. The music here is great. I just hate the actual place. But Chrono Cross is a really good game. Absolutely wonderful game. It might have my favorite soundtrack like of a game, hands down. It's super good music in this game.
I'll agree with you on that. I mean, with Chrono Cross, I was hooked just in the opening, the intro.
Yeah, with Time Scar, it's a really good intro. It's one I was gonna play but didn't. But I'm probably gonna play it sometime soon. And really, just all the music in this game is just so good sounding. Yasunori Mitsuda is an incredible composer.
Yeah, 100%.
Really like this part of it.
Yeah,
it's a fun song.
That part's very like driving. Like it's
that's the adventure part right there.
Yeah. Oh man,
it's a good one.
All right.
So what you got for us next, Matt?
All right. So my next one is from. I'm bringing a call back to Bravely Default.
Okay, is this Silence of the Forest?
Yes, it is.
This one was on my list. I want to give a shout out to my friend Dakota. He actually heavily suggested this one. It's one I was considering before his suggestion, but I wanted to give a nice little shout out to my friend. He may actually appear on an episode sometime soon. Possibly.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, he's another really huge game music fan, and he may appear in studio and be here to record with us one of these days.
Oh, that'd be very nice. It'd be good to have a third party. I know. I think your brother's also shown interest in
yes,
joining us as well. So
Brandon has made some recommendations to my list, and he has another great knowledge base of game music, and he may show up on some episodes as well.
Good.
But that being said, Bravely Default, great soundtrack. As we've said, I've played a few songs from this game, and it's just a really good one.
See it, Eric. So this is Bravely Default, Silence of the Forest by Revo. Or Revo?
Revo of the group Sound Horizon. Silence of the Forest from Bravely Default.
Yeah, so I mean, as we've stated, Bravely Default has
Really good music.
wonderfully composed,
Yeah, yeah. Um,
and it's a game that needs to be brought up probably a little bit more.
yeah. And that soundtrack just has so much like emotion behind it.
It does because I mean this forest. I mean it has like we said before the mystery aspect, but it also has like
Like a sense of
a
bewilderment,
deep
kind of.
like Bill. Well, I would say actually sadness because I mean it is called the silence of the forest,
Yeah, it is very
and it's
melancholy.
not. Yeah, and I mean that's to say oh this isn't just like oh it's a quiet forest. No, it's like something bad happened to this forest. Like there's no sound here. Like what happened?
Yeah, the song is definitely very melancholy.
Just because I can't remember right now, is this song? There's the forest that you come across where it's where you meet the old guy.
I think this
So,
plays for I think this plays for all generic forests. I think there's a few different ones in game, and I think this song plays in all of them.
Okay, because I couldn't remember because it's been a bit since I played it.
Yeah.
But like the forest that comes to mind for me is the forest of the Orochi,
Mm. Mm.
and how bad I felt for like that entire speech.
Yeah. Yeah. Very heavy part of the game. And this song
Oh, yeah.
conveys that perfectly. Yeah, especially this part right here. Here, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit
Yeah, I turned it up just a little bit.
and go back a little bit. This part that comes in right here, where that like heavy like downfall happens,
Yeah.
gets really, really heavy and really melancholy during this part of the song. I love the instrumentation in this song as well. I know I said that for Chrono Cross, but this song as well, just the way they use very... I mean, it's not loud, it's not like heavily rhythmic, but it sounds perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and this song goes to show you that, I mean, you don't have to have a lot of, like, the driving tones or anything to make a good forest.
Yeah.
I mean, we had, Rainbow Butterfly Woods. That one was, like, more of a peaceful kind of a sound to it. But, I mean, this one, like, goes beyond that, I think, even more so.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, dude.
Alright, well, you took us to the melancholy, so I'm gonna have to bring us back to the light. We've played a few RPGs, which, as
Is it, in fact, The Child of Light?
It is not.
Because that's a good game.
It is. Child of Light is a great game, but not where I'm going with this, actually. I'm gonna go away from an RPG.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm gonna play a song from a puzzle game.
Oh.
Yeah, not often can we hear from puzzle games. And now I'm gonna play one of my favorite soundtracks. This is a song from Tetris Attack,
Oh, man.
also known as Panel de Pan in Japan. Now this game was rebranded as Tetris Attack and used Yoshi's Island characters. So the song I'm gonna play for you is Poochie's theme, or Forest Stage, in Panel de Pan. This game is composed by Yuka Sugiyoko. Really light and airy song. I enjoy this one a lot. I enjoy the whole soundtrack for this game, but we'll have to hear more of that later.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely... I feel like, especially from you, we're going to hear a lot more from Tetris Attack.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially if we do a puzzle games episode.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna play for you Tetris Attack, or Panel de Pan,
All right.
Poochie or Forest Stage by Yuka Sugiyoko. So there we go. How'd you like that one, Matt?
I liked that one. That one was very peaceful for me. Like, it's just it was a nice mellowed out tune. Which when you pair that with the stress of trying to match those blocks and
Oh yeah,
not get
yeah.
overrun.
And each of these stages does also have a critical version, which when you get near the top of the screen, it plays a much more intense version of the song. Which should we include that just for comparison?
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring it up.
Okay, so we'll now follow that up with the Poochie stage critical version.
And that definitely felt more like the stress of
Oh yeah,
a puzzle game.
yeah, yeah. But back to the original version.
Oh, well,
I really like this song though. Pretty much all the music in Tetris Attack. But what would you call this kind of string instrument, Matt? I know the background is definitely some sort of bass.
yeah.
This whole game has great bass, by the way. But I really like the. It's some sort of I don't know. It's a nice string though, a nice melody for the whole song.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a synthesized string, but I mean
It's just a delightful, peaceful little tune.
yeah, it is.
Alright.
The Poogie.
I love Poochie. Poochie and Grinder is what the stage is in the English version of Tetris Attack, and then just Forest stage. I don't remember the witch's name in Panel Daepon, but they are not Yoshi's Island characters in the original Japanese version.
Yeah, it's strange. I kind of wish that they kind of kept the Paddle-A-Pon thing when they brought it over here, but I mean, at the same time, like, you know, I'm not gonna argue, I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah. I mean, the Yoshi's characters helped sell it, and I'm glad it helped sell it because I love this game.
Yeah. I mean, it's America. Mario and Yoshi's gonna sell.
Yeah. And I like how, it wasn't Mario and Yoshi, it's literally just Yoshi and Yoshi's Island characters.
Yeah.
We got Raphael the Raven, we got Little Penguin, we got Flying Wiggler, we got Kamek. Bowser's in it, but no Mario. What you got for your next song, Matt?
Well, this one I was debating on it because I'm just like, well, I'm not sure if this one technically. I guess it could have fell under the dungeon category, but it is a tropical dungeon. I mean, so I'm justifying this to fit into our jungle themed area, and it is actually from Metroid Fusion. It's Sector 2, the Tropic Zone.
Ah, yeah, I think this works. Much of the area is kind of overgrown and very tropical, as the name would suggest. Obviously, there's not many trees in a space station, so you don't have an actual jungle, but it's definitely overgrown with like vines and stuff, so it conveys that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I think more in the background. If it was more of a 3D, three-dimensional game, it would definitely have more of like the trees, the big vines.
Yeah, if
this like game how they did
in Other M, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. I definitely think if Fusion had the graphics capability that Other M had, I'm sure the tropical section would be full of like trees and would look like a big jungle.
Oh, definitely. And can you just imagine playing Metroid Fusion, but it's Other M?
That would be great. I think Other M was like a love letter to Fusion's style.
I think so. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and hop right into this one. So this was Metroid Fusion Sector 2, the Tropic Zone, by Minako Hamano. So there you go, Derek. How'd you like that one?
That's a good one. I mean, I'm a huge Metroid fan, and Metroid Fusion, of course, is one of my favorites. But yeah, I like the tropical sector. It's nice music. Very atmospheric. Not like too like rhythmic. It's not gonna be something you're gonna be humming as you know, walk down the road. But it's definitely one that while you're playing it, you're like, oh, where am I? Where am I going?
Yeah, what's going to be in this next room? Oh god, danger.
Yeah. One thing I really think is interesting, and it's really noticeable at this point in the game, is Samus is really frail in Metroid Fusion. For story reasons, the enemies deal a lot more damage than they do in many of the other many other Metroid games.
Oh, that's because of what happened to her.
Yeah, I mean her suit was ripped off of her, and she basically has substantially less armor. And I think this area is where a lot of people die for various reasons, various points in the game, and the low armor really is noticeable.
Definitely.
I would say if I tracked all the times I ever got a game over in this game, most of them were in this sector.
Yeah, because if you time your jump wrong, you'll probably collide with one of the spiky caterpillars.
Those guys do a lot.
The grabbies, the flying grabby dudes.
Yeah, the overgrown, the runaway sequence, which is very memorable. It takes place in this sector.
Let's see. I think technically, aren't there like 2 runaway sequences that happen?
There are actually. I like the
but once later in the game.
Yes. I like the little nuances, like the little cowbell there, little ding 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 ding. Really ups the like mystery factor.
I think it actually ups more like a high like an on alert.
Yeah, that too.
Just like ugh.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Metroid music, it's very in the same style. It's very atmospheric. It's very ambient. It just really conveys like the feeling you get when you get to these areas, in every game, really.
Yeah, and I mean, and again, we got that nice percussion coming from those drums, which again fits the theme of like the tropical jungle.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that little ringing noise. Okay, Matt. With you playing some of my songs, for my final track, I have two that I'm sitting on because you've used up some of my list and even some of my reserve list.
Oh.
So I only have two left on my list. I have one that's very upbeat and one that's very melancholy. And both of these are from games we've heard before, so I'm not sure which I should pick. Let me just say both the games. We have Mercenary Kings, the jungle theme, or the Golden Sun Colima Forest theme.
Let's go with the Mercenary Kings.
All right, well then, definitely shout out to Golden Sun Colima Forest by Motoi Sakuraba. Golden Sun is a great game. I've played some songs from it, and I love that game's soundtrack. But we're gonna play Mercenary Kings, the jungle theme, which is the first level. Really good song on this one. This is done by Patrice Bergerwald, and Mercenary Kings Jungle for my last track of the episode. So that was Mercenary Kings, the jungle theme. Now, since this game is a war-based game, it's more kind of military and guns. It's not the same feeling we've had for a lot of jungles, where this song is about a lot more heavy, but it still has kind of that like air of exploration feel, I think.
I agree with you on that. Because I mean, again, it's like you're exploring this jungle so that trying to achieve your goal, which is like
Yeah, absolutely. And I just like the rhythm it's got. I like I mean, this whole game has some pretty fun, great songs in it, and this is definitely one that when I first played the game, I was like, oh man, this indie game's got some really good music.
Yeah, I mean, when you're introduced to this as like the first stage song, I mean, first stage song is typically kind of, in a way, they set the tone for how it's going to be. Now, that's not always necessarily the case because, I mean, you could hear like a really amazing like stage one song, and then the next one you could be like, yeah, I don't like that one as much as I did the last one.
I think a first stage really should have some of your best music because if you want people to really appreciate your music, you should start off on a good point.
Yeah, start off on a good point. Draw them in, and continue. If you don't exceed past that, at least continue to have the same consistency.
Yeah.
Unlike when you're playing through Res 1 and for some reason they decide to change one song in one area of the game.
Oh my god, let's not even talk about that song right now. that song's a disaster if anyone knows what we're talking about. Just search the basement theme for Resident Evil 1 and then search the original basement theme, and I don't know what they did there.
I don't know either, because it's like it doesn't even start in the basement. It starts in like a kitchen.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird one. I really like I really like the latter half to this song because it's a long loop before it restarts.
Yeah, it's true.
It's got a lot of parts to it, but I really like the ending bit before it repeats because it goes into this part where it's kind of more like this is more like just a steady rhythm, where the rest of it has been like a kind of a driving melody. This kind of has that like explore feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this really heroic part comes up near the end of the song, and I really enjoy that part of it. This right here.
Ooh, yeah.
I think this song
I like that part a lot.
Yeah, I really like this part right here. And this song doesn't loop until after 3 minutes in, so it's a pretty long song. So the loop is right after here. And here's where it re-loops.
That is a pretty
long track.
Yeah, you're right. That is a pretty long track.
Yeah. Well, Matt, it's about that time of the episode. I definitely want to, thank everyone for listening. We appreciate you guys so much. Anytime the only way we can find more viewers and find more people to spread the word of how great these video game tracks are is when you guys tell your friends. So we appreciate any time you talk about us or tell a friend that, hey, these two guys play some great video game music. If you like hearing some good tunes, check them out. We really appreciate that so much.
Oh yeah, definitely we do. I mean,
we love hearing from you guys. We love when you tell us some tracks that you like. We love it when you tell us your favorite. And anytime you tell us ones we didn't play on the episode, of course there's thousands, hundreds, so many tracks that could have been in this episode and so many that could be in every episode. We love it when you tell us ones that you like that we didn't get to, because we can always play that the next time we go into a jungle.
It's true. I mean, we're always open to suggestion.
And there's there's thousands of games that Matt and I have never even heard of. So, and I'm sure there's so many tracks that we've never heard and so many tracks that we would love if we did hear. So, If there's one you really
Yeah,
like, throw it at us, and we'll listen to it and maybe put it on the next time.
it's true. Because heck, look at me. I'm pretty much guaranteed to always have a Pokemon, Castlevania, or an Okami song in an episode. So, uh,
But I love hearing tracks from you guys, and again, drop us a like, drop us a comment, subscribe. We have we have the audio form on all podcasting websites, and we have the video with the annotations of the game and song in on YouTube. Just search VGM Lounge and tell people you know to check us out.
yeah, give us that like, that share. But yeah, so we're winding down. So you know what time it is, Derek.
It's time for your closing track, Matt.
It is time for my closing track, which means it's Okami time.
Of course, beautiful game. Can't wait to hear more songs from it. So tell us where we are and what song it is, and we'll finish up the episode with some nice, smooth jungle music.
Well, this one's not a jungle; it's a forest.
Ah.
But no, so this is the Agata Forest from Okami by Ray Kondo. It's the first forest that you come up to in the game. There's technically two, two major forests that are in the game. One's a little bit later, um, but not as vastly explorable as Agata is.
Okay.
Agata is also the point in the game where you actually get to your first big dungeon. So for like your first major boss of the game.
Very interesting. It's been a while since I've played Okami, so I can't really remember how the song goes, but I'm looking forward to ending it out on a nice, relaxing note.
Oh yeah. So here we go. We'll go ahead and get right into it. Again, this is Agata Forest from Okami by Ray Kondo.